Algonquin is the name for many Native American of Northern America who share the common root languages Algonquin. And that is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 2, Part 8, Men and Societies by C. F. Baddock, Hugh Johnson, Emily Court, Peter Lloyd, Lucy Mayer, David Martin, Jacqueline Sergi, Ruth DeWittos, Tracy Woodburn, on page 446, written in the 1970s. Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn anthropology today, Algonquin and alienation, and after we've done what we're gonna do leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's with your own risk. Algonquin, term describing a large number of different North American Indian tribes with a common root language. Algonquin languages were spoken over a vast area of North America and Canada, from the Hudson Bay in the north to the Central Plains in the south, and from the Atlantic Ocean almost to the Pacific. The group includes tribes as different as those of the Cheyenne and the Mohicans. The Cheyenne were warlike nomadic hunters of the buffalo in the Central Plains, while the Mohicans were sedentary slash-and-burn cultivators and hunters of bear and deer in the eastern woodlands around the Great Lakes. Okay, Algonquin, that is the term used by some people for different people living or had lived in Northern America who all have a common root language as their spoken language. And that the Algonquin languages, they were spoken of basically, you don't really have to say, but it's basically all Northern America. Or the northern part from Canada. Atlantic to Pacific, so basically Northern America. For example, the Cheyenne and the Mohicans. Okay, that is all. Algonquin. Algonquin is the term for a language, a large number of different North American Indian tribes with a common root language. So Algonquin and the Algonquin languages. I'm a bit wondering if the book's from the 70s, and I'm a bit wondering if it makes sense. Algonquin is for the people, not just for the language. I have no background or anything of it, so I don't know. I think we could say Algonquin is a term for the Native American of North America who all have the Algonquin languages as the common root language. I'm going to start the second camera. Algonquin is the name for many Native American of Northern America who share the common root languages Algonquin. And that is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 2, Part 8, Men and Societies by C. F. Baddock, Hugh Johnson, Emily Court, Peter Lloyd, Lucy Mayer, David Martin, Jacqueline Sergi, Ruth DeWittos, Tracy Woodburn, on page 446, written in the 1970s. I'm going to stop the camera. And now the other part. This is not so much anthropology. Alienation. A concept developed by the German thinker Karl Marx, according to which the capitalist system, because it denies the worker the choice of what product to make and what to do with it, alienates him from his natural creative role. Okay, Karl Marx, he had the idea, and that idea was the capitalistic system. So basically people are working for a firm, as the necessary background knowledge. But they are not deciding what product is which they work on, but the firm ordering them to do it, and also not what to do with it. They are producing a product and giving it to the firm. They're getting money for the work on working it, but they don't get the product. And that alienates these workers from their natural creative role. Okay, it goes a bit on. Opponents of Marx have argued that modern technological advances provide additional wealth and leisure which should compensate for workers' frustration. Okay, they're saying that people don't produce their own thing. They don't sow their seeds and make their own agriculture and then harvest in the autumn what they have planted and can eat them. And it's now the different way around. They are just creating a product and going home. They're creating the product and going home, buying another one, which they don't have created, someone else has created it, they're eating it, and they're going again and again. And Karl Marx's idea was that it alienates the people that they don't are in contact or have creative influence or something on the product which they're creating, and they're also not consuming it themselves, they're producing it for someone else. That alienates them from the product. So opponents say that people have, through the modern technologies which have gotten them more wealth and leisure, good possibilities to compensate for their frustration which they might feel. Other modern theorists say that a worker's degree of alienation depends on how repetitious his work is. So there are also people saying if it is about going there and working something, going back, going there and working something, going back. So it's about a repetition which makes a frustration. The army frustration. Not everyone has to feel it. Other modern theorists say that a worker's degree of alienation depends on how repetitious his work is or her work is. They did very different types of work. So I think some people doing every day the same. But there are also works that don't work like that. And another thing maybe has to be mentioned is that books from the 70s and Karl Marx did live even way earlier. Let's take one look if you have page 615 here. It's after the other name. Karl Marx. He died already in 1880. So 100 years before this book was written, was he already in his later stage of his life. So I don't know what work we're not talking about, but I don't think we have to know it to understand what is meant here. And here, the term alienation is also used in social psychology to describe adolescent rebellion against parental values. So adolescents of people in their teenage years, I think is what the word means, I don't even know it really, that they are rebelling against the values which their parents have or had. Alienation. Do I know it? Can I say it? Alienation is an idea of Karl Marx, who lived in the 19th century. And that says that the people in a capitalist system are producing a product, but they don't have a choice what product it has to be. And they also don't get the product, they're giving the product off, they're getting money for doing the work, but they don't decide what product to do and not do, they also don't keep it. And that alienates them from their creative role. Other people say that these more modern technologies are giving the people more wealth and leisure, so that they're compensated for their frustration. Another idea is that it's more about how repetitious the work is. I am not sure if agriculture is agriculture the proper example. It is one example certainly. And most people were working until the beginning of the 19th century in agriculture. But again, I don't think we have to find the exact things to explain what is said here. So I'm going to start the camera and start to say it. Alienation is an idea of Karl Marx, who lived in the 19th century. And this idea of alienation by him was that the people working in a capitalistic system as worker in producing a product, but they don't decide what product to make, and they also don't keep the product. They're getting money for doing the work, but they don't decide what product, and they don't keep the product. And that rips them off of their creative possibilities which they have involved with the thing. Opponents are saying that the people are getting through the capitalistic system and through the manufacturing more leisure and wealth, and that can compensate them for their frustration. Another idea is that the people... I forgot. Repetition. What else do we need? Everything. Creative role. Natural creative role. Alienation is an idea by Karl Marx. He lived in the 19th century, and his idea was that the people are creating a product, they're working on making a product, but they don't keep the product, and they also can't decide what product they make. They are just getting money for doing the work. But someone others orders them what product to make, and also do they not keep the product. And that robs the people of their creative role, the natural creative role involved with the product they're doing. There are opponents who say that the people have gotten from a capitalistic system more wealth and leisure that can compensate them for their frustration which they maybe have. And another idea to that is that it's more about how repetitious the work is. And that is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 2, Part 8, Men and Society by C.R. Baddock, Hugh, Jocelyn, Emily Court, Peter, Lois, Lucy, Mary, David, Martin, Jacqueline, Saxwell, Ruth, David Whithouse, J.C. Woodburn, on page 446. I wanted to say something, but I didn't do it. That's why my voice went so strong in 46. I'm going to stop the camera. And that was Anthropology, or sociology, or political science, whatever, but if you are here for anthropology, you can go directly to the next part of anthropology. If you stay here and participate in the leg injury prevention, we have just 3 minutes, leg injury prevention training, that's it. We are swinging one leg in front and to the side. Other foot in front and to the side. And the foot in front and back. Another foot in front and back. The leg up, hands out, arms over to one side, hands over to one side. Switch. Middle and down. Leg up, over. And stand good on one leg. No, first another leg up and press up and side. Upper leg. Foot to the side, lift the leg up, flex the foot, and then it is up in the air. Try to be steady with the middle part of the body. Upper leg, so just the leg is moving. And one foot in front in a straight line. Control with the hands on tummy and lower back that you don't fall back. Try to bring the leg higher. Put it up. Upper leg. Put it up. Stand good on one leg. This can go onto the knee. Turn over. Down. Slowly and controlled over. And up. Upper leg, stand good. Turn over. Again down. Slowly over. And up. And the clock, reach always to imaginary 90-minute intervals on an imaginary dial of a clock. Other leg, 5 o'clock and 1:30, 3 o'clock, 10:30, 9 o'clock and 7:30, 6 o'clock, 4:30 and 3 o'clock. And one leg up, hands down, down, stand. Other leg up, down. And the illusion is stick down, sit up, toes to the outside. Breathe in the arms up. And out, sink down. Hands on the ground. Back up and roll slowly up. Roll back. Back to top, back to shoulder. Again, arms up. Hold them down. Hands on the ground. Back up and roll slowly up. And next one apart. Bring it up. Out. 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 Breathe in and close the legs. And breathe again out. That was the leg integration training. Thank you very much and thanks.